What a finish that is. The Brazilian teenager. Football.
And a debut goal at Stamford Bridge for Estêvão. The boy from Brazil has arrived at the bridge.
Forget the highlight reels, forget the headlines. Here's the truth nobody is ready for. A 17-year-old from Palmeiras didn't just earn a move to Chelsea. He rose to become the second most valuable teenager on the planet, and the world barely noticed.
In a recent study by the CIES Observatory in Switzerland valued the world's most valuable teenagers, Estêvão second on the list. He's already worth an estimated £104 million.
This is the hidden truth behind how a kid once nicknamed Messinho went from the dusty pitches of Brazil to a valuation that shook European football. A journey filled with pressure, faith, whispers of doubt, and a single moment that made the world finally stop and look. A year earlier, Estêvão was just a rising spark at Palmeiras, a left-footed prodigy with impossible balance. A dribbler who didn't just beat defenders, he dismantled their confidence. Crowds packed stadiums just to see what he would do next. Scouts flew in from Madrid, Barcelona, London, all fighting for a kid who was still doing homework between training sessions. But behind the hype came danger. Every touch was recorded, every performance judged, every mistake magnified.
He's most active down the Chelsea right-hand side. He's on 66 ball carries for the season so far. Ball carries when you're moving the ball 5 metres or more. The end location as well of these carries really significant, driving into the penalty area. In a prime position as well, location for those cutbacks that we know Enzo Maresca loves.
And yet, Estêvão played with a calmness that didn't belong to a teenager, a confidence shaped by family, faith, and a hunger to prove he wasn't just the next Messi. He was the first Estêvão. Then came the moment that changed everything. Chelsea, under Todd Bowley, launched a youth-driven rebuild. They wanted raw talent, but also intelligence, versatility, and mentality. Estêvão fit every box. He wasn't just signed for his dribbling. He was signed because he could read a game twice his age. The contract was massive, the expectation even bigger. But what came next, nobody predicted. The global valuation report dropped. The CIES Football Observatory, the most respected analytics body in world football. Black and white, cold numbers, worldwide rankings. Estêvão Willian, 118 million euros, the second most valuable teenager on the planet, only behind Lamine Yamal of Barcelona. The world didn't react to a rumor. It reacted to data. But valuations mean nothing without proof, and proof came in the Premier League. He stepped onto the pitch at Stamford Bridge, not as a prospect, but as an investment bigger than some entire squads. The speed of the league shocked him, the physicality shook him, the pressure nearly crushed him. But pressure is where steel is forged. And in the match against Liverpool, everything exploded. 95th minute, score level, Chelsea desperate, Maresca turns, points at the 17-year-old. Estêvão walks on, crowd roaring, lights burning, a teenager carrying the weight of millions. And with the final attack, he delivers. A decisive, ice-cold finish that sends Stamford Bridge into chaos. It wasn't just a goal, it was a statement. People thought the valuation came from hype, but it came from something deeper. Numbers, patterns, tendencies. CIES analyzed progressive carries, chance creation, dribbling efficiency, expected goal involvement, physical development curve, market demand, tactical compatibility with the top 5 leagues, and Estêvão ranked elite in almost all categories. Not for his age, not for Brazil, but globally. That's why Chelsea moved early. That's why the world took notice, because teenagers like this don't appear often. But here's the twist. Estêvão didn't care about valuations. He didn't care about the hype, the headlines, the transfer graphs. He cared about football. The joy of the dribble, the rhythm of the crowd, the silence before a shot, the roar after a finish. He'd traded the green of Palmeiras for the blue of Chelsea, but the soul of the game stayed untouched. The same kid who played barefoot on rough ground was now being watched by millions every week. And he played with the same freedom. Today, Estêvão stands on the edge of something bigger, not a promise, a confirmation. He is officially the second most valuable teenager in global football, backed not by opinion, but by analytics, performance, and projection. And he's only 17. The world is watching, the pressure is rising, the expectations are enormous. But if history has shown us anything, it's this. Estêvão isn't running from the weight. He's learning to carry it. Because this isn't the peak, it's just the prologue. If you want more deep football stories like this, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join us as we uncover the next generation of football's biggest stars. Don't miss a single story. The journey is only getting started.